Hello, everyone. I do not have words to express how much I miss you all, and I miss practicing with you. I hope that right now you're starting to feel a smile creeping across your face, and a bit of joy is starting to come through your body, just anticipating being able to practice together, being able to be connected. I'm sure that all of you are feeling that sense of unease and discomfort from being quarantined and staying at home. So today I thought that perhaps we might need to burn a few things off. Maybe some of you that makes you think of calories, maybe some of you that makes you feel like you need to burn off some feelings. Whatever needs burning off today, I hope that you've brought it to your mat with you so that we can build a fire and see what we can ignite. If this sounds like something that you desire, then you've come to the right place, and I'll meet you over on the mat. Yes! Hello, everybody! Welcome back to your practice. Welcome to your mat. I'm so glad that you are here with me. Let's begin in your favorite resting position. Maybe that's going to be sitting hips to heels like I am right now. Perhaps you'd like to be in child's pose with your knees wide, big toes together, and your forehead just connecting with the mat beneath you. Maybe you'd like to lay in Shavasana and take up as much room as you can. Take a moment, find your space that feels beautiful and restful to you. And then let's begin to notice our bodies. Oh, our beautiful bodies. What do you notice? Do you notice tight, cranky spaces? Do you notice fully relaxing and letting go? What do you notice when you close your eyes down and check in with your body? Now that you've began noticing your body, perhaps you notice your natural native breath. You notice that cooling sensation as you inhale through your nose, and that warming sensation as you exhale through your nose. So just take a moment, allow your eyes to close down. You can just listen to my voice, noticing your body. This is powerful. Are you able to do this in a way that fully releases and lets go? Do you notice your mind starting to travel around to all the other things that might be occupying you? If you notice your mind starting to leave this moment, just count your breath. So let's invite that counted breath into our practice. Inhaling for 4 seconds. As you inhale, find your breath in the bottom, the low belly breath, and then trace that breath up through your abdomen, finding the top of your breath. Maybe it's all the way up in your clavicles. As you exhale, continue that count for 4, 3, 2, 1. Squish out that last bit before you inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way to the top. Exhale, reverse that process for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Doesn't it feel better already just to be breathing, inhaling and exhaling? Continue with this breath, this active 3-part breath, your pranayama. Eyes are closed down. I'm just going to open us with a few words here. Our theme today is building a fire. Fire is not an object. Fire is a process of releasing energy. I don't know about you, but I have got some things that need to be released, some things that need to be burned off today. So I have come to join you to build a fire, this process of releasing energy. Your invitation today is to consider that you are holding something hidden and special, something inside of you, something that when fed and built can ignite. And when this ignition occurs, it will build and grow and consume. You are building a fire. Even with your breath right now, you are building a fire. Let's take one more full breath. Eyes can still be closed down. Maybe this time as you exhale, you open mouth, sigh it out, fog up a mirror. And then wherever you're at, open your eyes up, gently start activating your body. So wiggle those fingers, your toes, maybe rolling out your wrists and ankles, just inviting a little bit of life and activity into our bodies. We need to build a fire, and my fire is very cold right now because the space I'm in is cold. So I'm going to start activating and feeding and building some heat. Let's start in a seated position. So if you're already there, bravo. And if you're not, just take a second and join me here. Right or left leg can be in front, it doesn't matter. We're going to interlace all 10 fingers and then place your palms towards the floor. Now take a second here and notice your sits bones. Like, where are you connecting with the mat beneath you? And then trace that up your spine and let your spine get really, really long here. Draw your shoulders all the way up to your ears for a minute. Crunch them up, crunch them up. Now take a big inhale. As you exhale, press your shoulders down your back and let your neck get so long. Your spine is long, your abdomen is engaged. Your knees are heavy here. So if you notice that your knees are floating really high and you're holding all this tension in your hips, maybe place some rolled blankets, pillows, if you have blocks, something to support your knees so you can really let go when you're not holding a lot of tension there. On your next inhale, draw your hands all the way up to your nose. As you exhale, flip your palms away from you, press the air out of you. Inhale those palms all the way up to the ceiling. Neck is long. As you exhale, flip your palms towards the floor and press your air out. All the way down. Inhale up to your nose. Flip your palms, exhale, press the air out. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Flip your palms, exhale, press the air out. Spine is still long, knees are heavy. Inhaling up to the nose. Exhale, pressing out. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. Flipping the palms, exhale, press it out. Let's do 2 more of these. Just flow with your breath and your body. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Just connecting breath and movement. This is our last round. Inhaling, flip, exhale, warming up our shoulders. Inhale, flip, exhale. Feels good already, doesn't it? You can release your hands, give your shoulders a couple rolls here. And then let's let our left ear drop to the left shoulder here. Find a little gentle opening in the right side of the neck. You can even walk that right hand out a little if you'd like to increase. Feel a little bit more here. And then take a moment to tip your head in a yes action. What does that feel like? As I rock my head, I notice a lot of tension behind my ear, through my jaw. It traces all the way through my collarbone, and this is a beautiful opening. Where you notice those tight, cranky spaces, take a deep breath into that. Now, as you exhale, let your chin roll all the way down to your chest. Let your spine get long, connect your chin to your chest. And as you exhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder, and you can walk that left hand out if you like. Notice your body. Take any movement here that feels good. A slow warming up of our body, just accessing different points and seeing what's in there. Little building of our fire. Now from here, let's take some big neck rolls. All the way to chest, ear to shoulder, chin all the way up to the ceiling. Let's reverse that roll. Lovely. I feel lots of spaces in there that need a little attention. Okay, let's meet in a neutral spine and come into a tabletop position. So hands and knees on your mat. Feel free to place a rolled towel or blanket under your knees here. See if you can get your hips directly over your knees. So notice if your hips are really far back or really far forward. Really make a table out of yourself. Notice where your arms are. Are your wrists directly under your shoulders, or have you walked your hands really far out? Let's warm up our spines with a little cat-cow. So inhale to cow, hammock your belly, lift the gaze, pull your shoulders down your back, pull your heart center through your arms. Exhale, starting with the tailbone, round through every vertebra till you connect your chin to your chest and press actively through your hands. Inhale to cow, heavy belly. Exhale to cat, round that spine. I like to take a little side movement here and just explore my body with my breath. Take a few of these at your own breath pace, noticing what you notice. And then in our neutral spine, let's prepare for our first down dog of the day, curling your big toes under. When you're ready, lift your hips up towards the ceiling, draw your chest towards your thighs. Let your heels be heavy here. So whether or not they touch the ground doesn't matter. Just let them be heavy. This is your first one, so what do you notice? Tight hamstrings? Me too. Ever talked to yourself before? It's happened a lot more recently, just talking to myself. Wonderful. We're going to inhale that left leg up towards the ceiling. Look up between your hands and step your left foot through. Pause right here, drop your right knee, and let's come into a low lunge. Just taking a moment to access our hips, our thighs, getting them warmed up for a fun little sequence we have. You can have some blocks here if you like. Your hands can be on your thigh, your hands can be on the ground beside you. What you're really looking for is to invite that left hip back, right hip forward, so squaring your hips off, and then sink into them. One more full breath here. As we exhale, plant those hands, step it back. Let's go to down dog. Feeling a little different now, getting a little warmer. Inhaling that right leg up. Look up, step through. Left knee comes down, low lunge. My body needed this. Those hips are tight. Squaring off your hips, right hip is back, left hip is forward, then sinking in. Make any sound you want because there's no one around to hear you. Or maybe you do have some people around to hear you, and either way, it'll be encouraging to them to hear someone else is alive besides themselves. One more full breath here. Make it big. And plant your hands, step that foot back, down dog. Beautiful work. We're going to go to that other side again. So inhale that left leg up, look up, step through. This time let's rise with your inhale into your crescent lunge. Inhaling up, exhale, sink into it. Crescent lunge. Maybe you're noticing you're already starting to build a little bit of heat here. I certainly am, but I build heat so fast. Remember how I said my space was cold? I'm already starting to sweat. All right, from our crescent lunge, we're going to drop that right heel and come into warrior one. Just noticing your body here. Take a big inhale. As you exhale, arms come out into warrior two. Strong body, strong arms here. We're going to inhale all the way up into a reverse warrior. Big full breath. Exhale into Bikram's triangle. Right hand is up at 12, left is down at 6. Big bend in that left knee. Straightening that left knee, coming into traditional triangle. And then with your inhale, we're going to scrape the ceiling and reverse that triangle. See how much space you can create here. Inhaling all the way back up into warrior 2. And then bend that left elbow onto left thigh and come into extended side angle. Big inhale here. Exhale, look down at that foot, plant your hands. Let's find down dog. Are you starting to build a fire? This process of releasing energy, it's an invitation to consider that you are holding something hidden and special inside. And when it is fed, it can ignite. And when ignition occurs, it's gonna build, it's gonna grow, it's gonna consume. Inhaling that right leg up, look up, step up, rise into your crescent lunge. Making any adjustments here, really come up on the big toe of that left foot, square your hips off. Full inhale. As you exhale, dropping that left heel, warrior 1. Staying connected to your breath, holding your posture but not your breath. Big inhale. And exhale to warrior 2. Arms out like airplane wings. Arms are strong. Reaching out past that right knee, flip the right palm, scrape the ceiling, reverse your warrior. Length and space. Oh, just increase yourself with your breath. Inhaling all the way up and then dropping into Bikram's triangle. Left hand is up at 12 o'clock, right is down at 6. And then straightening that right leg, coming into traditional triangle. And when you're ready, rising all the way up, scraping the ceiling, reversing your triangle. Beautiful work. Inhaling to warrior 2, flipping that left palm, coming into extended side angle. Utthita Parsvottanasana. That one's kind of fun to say and also a tongue twister for me. Oh, great job, everybody. Big inhale here and rise all the way up. Turn those toes toward the long edge of the mat. Hello. Hands to hips. Hinge from the waist. Wide-legged forward fold. You can let your big toes tip in and your heels bump out here. Then you can release your hands down to the floor. This is our wide-legged forward fold. Prasarita Padottanasana. Let your hips lift here. Micro bend those knees. Feel this in your thigh, your hamstrings, and not your knees. Head is heavy, neck is released. Lovely. Let's place that left hand right below your face and inhale, the right arm rises. So we're getting a little twist, a little revolved, wide-legged forward fold. Take a big breath. See if it's comfortable for your neck to gaze up at that right thumb. As you exhale, let's switch hands. Right hand below your face, left arm rises, gaze is up at the left thumb if that's comfortable for your neck. Exhale to center. Heel toe your feet in, about hip width distance apart. And let's sink into our garland pose, our malasana. This is a great space to have a block to sit on. If you find yourself really tight in your hips, your ankles, calves, I certainly am. I mean, maybe one day my hips are going to be all the way down at my heels, but right now they just kind of hover where I found the first point of resistance, and I'm just going to sink into that. So press your palms together at heart center, and your knees are pressing into your elbows. Let's take a full breath here in our malasana, our garland. As you exhale, plant your hands, lift your hips back up, hands to hips, inhaling all the way back up. Arms circle up to collect our breath. As we exhale, let's come back into our crescent lunge. Right foot is forward, left foot is back. Big breath here. As you exhale, find your warrior one. Beautiful job. Keeping that right hand up towards the sky, drop that left hand and then reverse your warrior. Keep a big bend in that right knee. Inhaling all the way up and coming into Bikram's triangle. Bend is still in that right knee. Straightening the right knee now. Traditional triangle. Big inhale, scrape and reverse your triangle. Take a full breath here. And then let's exhale to warrior two. And find your extended side angle. Utthita Parsvottanasana. Inhale back up to warrior two. And then turn those toes towards the long edge of your mat. Reach and gather. Exhale, hands to hips, wide-legged forward fold. Taking your left hand and placing it on your right ankle or calf. Inhale, the right arm rises. So this is a little deeper twist than we had the first time. If this is too much for you, just come back to the hand under your face, or you don't have to twist at all. Listen to your body. No one knows it better than you. Big breath here. The best part is exhale back to center. Switching sides, the left hand is on the right ankle. Oh, well, okay, we're just switching sides. That got a little too confusing for me to say. Because what I wanted to say was, the best part is, who's here to criticize you or compare to, right? No one's got you better than you. Just take a big breath into your fire. Burn it away with your exhale. Coming back to center. Hands to hips. Inhale, rise. Gather your breath. Switching sides. The left foot is forward, right leg is back in your crescent lunge. You're starting to get the flow, right? Like, where's she going? You're starting to figure it out. We're going to drop that right heel coming into warrior one. Keeping that left hand extended up towards the ceiling, drop your right hand and then reverse your warrior. Inhaling all the way back up, coming into Bikram's triangle. That left knee has still got a bend in it. That's the difference. Straightening that left leg, traditional triangle. Full breath here. When you're ready, scrape the ceiling, reverse your triangle. It's a big sweeping move that creates big sweeping space in your body. Inhaling back to warrior two. Beautiful. Then flipping that left palm, right arm over right ear, extended side angle. See if you can use your core to hold you up and not just be leaning heavily on that left leg. When you're ready, inhale all the way back up to warrior two. Toes turn towards the long edge of the mat. Inhale fully. Hands to hips. Exhale, hinge. Here we are again in a lovely wide-legged forward fold. Take a full breath here. Maybe two. I thought two felt good. All right, let's go through that one more time together. See if your body's built a little bit of muscle memory. Inhale, let's find a halfway lift, tabletop flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise all the way up. Reach up and gather all of this beautiful fuel for your fire. Then exhale, coming into your crescent lunge. Right leg is forward, left leg is back. Full breath here. Dropping that left heel, warrior one. Keeping that right hand extended, left arm drops back, reverse your warrior. Full breath here. Inhaling all the way back up to warrior two and then dropping into Bikram's triangle. Straightening that right leg, traditional triangle, full breath. Getting ready to reverse your triangle, scrape the ceiling, reverse and create space here. What are you burning off right now? Inhaling all the way back up to warrior two and then coming into Utthita Parsvottanasana, extended side angle. Inhaling back up to warrior two, turning toes towards the long edge of the mat. Gather, gather, gather. Hands to waist, toes come in, heels bump out, hinging, wide-legged forward fold, Prasarita Padottanasana. Take any movement here that feels good to you. Let's find an inhale, halfway lift, tabletop flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, gather, gather, gather. And then turning for the left leg forward, right leg back. Crescent lunge. When you're ready, dropping that right heel, coming into warrior two, big breath here. Oh, this is warrior one, I apologize. Keeping that left hand extended, right hand drops back, reversing your warrior. Inhaling all the way back up and then dropping into Bikram's triangle, keeping a bend in that left knee. Now straightening that left knee. Traditional triangle, full breath here. And when you're ready, inhaling, scraping, reversing, gathering and creating space. Inhaling back up to warrior two and then finding your extended side angle. Looking down at that left foot, plant your hands, step your feet back, find your down dog. Are you facing away from the screen right now? That's totally okay, just listen to my voice, I'll get you back around. Let's let our knees drop down to the mat and come back to center. Did you find yourself back facing the screen again? I know that I did. All right. I'm just taking a moment to connect again. So notice your body and your breath. Notice your heart beating wherever you're at. Maybe you are in child's pose right now. Perhaps your hips to heels or crisscross applesauce. You can let your eyes close down, hand to heart, hand to belly. I love that it's some self-love. It's like hugging yourself, noticing your heart beating and your breath flowing. Fire is a process of releasing energy. As we go through this physical practice, we ignite our hidden energy. We build and we grow our fires, cleansing fires that burn off impurities and toxins. Sometimes a fire can seem scary and out of control, but fires can clean and purify and make way for new growth. So consider that right now, that you are cleansing away impurities, that you are burning off the weeds in the field and making room for a beautiful green pasture with more delicious food. That's what we're doing right now while we build our fires. This process might seem a little uncomfortable, but it is also beautiful. From here, let's come onto our sits bones if you're not already there. And then we'll bring our feet into butterfly position, so palms of the feet are together. Take a moment to find your sits bones, maybe pull out any flesh you need to, support your knees if you find them hovering and you're feeling a lot of tension in your hips. We're going to plant that left hand beside us and inhale, the right arm rises way up, get long and tall first, create some length. And then as you exhale, you can reach over the left side body. What do you notice here? Do you notice your knees starting to rise? Do you notice a lot of space being created in the right side body? Let's inhale both arms up towards the ceiling. Exhale that right arm down. Create some space here with another big inhale. And then exhale again. Always staying connected to our breath. That's why I guide the breath so much in class, because it's easy to hold your breath while you're trying to figure out the best place for you in a posture. Inhaling both arms up here. We're going to let that left leg kick out. Right leg comes in. Let's find a forward fold first as we exhale. So just find a forward fold. Walk your hands out here. And we're going to walk our hands over that right knee. Just forward fold over that right knee. Take a full breath in this space. On your next exhale, coming back to center. Then let's walk over that left leg. Maybe you'd like to reach for that foot or take some peace fingers around the toe. Notice your knee. If you're holding a lot of tension here, take a bend in it, always supporting your knee. Notice if you're rounding through your spine like there's a ball under you, and see if you can straighten your spine, really folding from the hips and not rolling through the spine. If you have back pain, practice this posture and you will notice a great release in those areas that bind you up. Take one more full breath here. Let your head go, let your neck be released. Maybe making a forehead to knee connection. And then rising up. Switching sides, draw that right foot in, extend the left out. Let's inhale, gather, gather, gather. Exhale, hinge and fold. Straight down the middle right now. I notice the difference between my right and left side. You might too. One side tends to always be a little different than the other. And when you're ready, let's walk over that right knee. Let your body just fold over that right knee. And coming back to center. Big inhale. And then as you exhale, folding over that left leg. This is where I definitely notice the difference. What needs burning off in you today? What can use some refinement? What toxin can you heat up and turn into something pure? That is a beautiful thought. What is it in me or in you that doesn't bring you joy. Maybe it's a thought, maybe it's a practice, maybe it's a habit. What is it in you that seems toxic? And if you heat it up, if you burn it off, can it turn into something pure? Walking your hands back up to center, preparing for our final Shavasana today. If you'd like to, you're welcome to take up space on your mat, lying on your back or your belly or your side. You can meet me in crisscross applesauce. You're welcome to find child's pose. Thank you for taking 30 minutes out of your day to practice building a fire and burning things off. I hope that you were able to really feed your fire. I hope that you notice right now the difference you feel before compared to when you started this class. I notice a difference in myself. I just noticed that my mind feels more free, my body feels more relaxed, and my breath is flowing better. Instead of holding my breath over the stressful things of life, I used my breath to feed the fire, to burn off impurities, to make room for more of the good. May you fill the rest of your day with green grass and a beautiful pasture with life-giving food. Thank you so much for practicing today. If you'd like to, you can press your palms together, thumbs into your heart center, gently tucking your chin, feeling grateful for your practice. I feel so grateful for you. I cannot wait to see you all again. Blessings to you all in Jesus' name. Namaste.